Nile Raid Limited is a business development service to agriculture value chain development program implemented by Ugandan government with funding from African Development Bank and implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries.
We basically have what we call a seed loan package where farmers are given seed on credit, sometimes the fertilizer, and they pay at harvest using their harvests, of which we calculate the cost of the seed, cost of the insurance, a bit of agronomy, and the logistics. So since then we have grown up to now we have in our database profiled over 320,000 farmers out of the over 600,000 that we have registered with us.
At first they were a form of cooperatives, and then within among also the cooperatives, they are divided into subgroups. So we put them together. There are those that had actually phased out when we came in with the trainings and so on. We brought them up again. They became active. And there are some other farmers. We don't leave any farmer outside because he or she is not in a farmer group. We at least ensure they come together and help them form a group and give them support to register that group also at the district level, so that it is also recognized, since the services we provide them in form of groups.
And our key objective is to ensure that productivity is enhanced, aligned with access to market, and thereafter farmers can also start accessing education loans, and then after hopefully housing loans, where they will also pay for their school fees using their proceed, of which we intend to contribute 60 to 70% on the school fees, as well as eventually housing. And we're looking at Elon Musk model affordable housing, costing about $3,000 to $5,000 per house, and that is basically 3 to 5 years down the line. So our model is such that a farmer has to avail at least 1 acre of land for either maize, rice, under the AVCP project, Agriculture Value Chain project, but we also support those who are dealing in soybean and sesame under the same arrangement, and then we offtake, as I mentioned, after they pay back the seed capital or the seed loan.
With focus in selected districts in northeastern Uganda, creating opportunities for farmers in rural areas, poverty eradication, economic growth through enhanced productivity and commercialization of agriculture to improve household income, food security, and climate resilience through agricultural practices, sustainable natural resource management, and agricultural enterprise development.
We got so excited when we were told we are going to get free seeds, free fertilizer, and free knowledge. I said, this is wonderful, because knowledge is very important. So we were introduced to the organization, we were told how to work, when to plant. We were trained on how to plant even, you know. So something that has been very new to us, because we have been using these ordinary methods of, you know, we don't even measure anything. So when they started bringing the rope and then it was tied and, you know, said in lines, we said great. So it was very, very exciting for most of our members. And we said, this is a knowledge we must make use of. They brought us the seeds, 20 kilograms of maize, and we planted it slightly late, but we were very happy that we got a very good yield. God is great. And our members, you know, participated very actively. And then because we told them that this was our project and we had to own it.
They gave us this seed, and I hope you are seeing how productive the seed is. When you plant this seed and you compare it to Super America or Director 4, this one is the best. Because right now where you are seeing where I've picked, it is little, but I've picked 4 bags. Just in a plot, 4 bags. That plot is 15 by 25 meters.
The project targets to reach 1,800,000 beneficiaries, of which 52% are women and are composed of 300,086, of which 52% are women and are composed of 300,860 households being implemented along the commodity value chain framework, focusing on 3 commodity value chains: rice, maize, dairy and beef. Spread in Gulu, Oyam, Amolata, Nebi, Kitgum and Padey for the northern region, these farmers have been uplifted.
Our farmers are really very appreciative, particularly for the seeds that they are offering to our farmers. The quality of the seed and the germination percentage is very good, and even the productivity or the yield is really very high. The only challenge that we have with our farmers this side, which is beyond their scope, is sometimes the drought and then the flood. Then there is also an element of seed bank, where a farmer is supposed to bring back the seed capital to pay back 2 bags of seed to back to the Nile rates. And this is a bit of a challenge.
Farmers say they appreciate the seeds, especially the maize that they received. Is doing well. And as I told you earlier on that it is not enough for everybody. There are some areas, some farmers did not get it. So they are also praying that, if possible, they should add on the quantity so that at least a good percentage of the farmers receive this maize seed.
In eastern Uganda, we have done tremendous work in the districts of Bale, Bukedia, Jinja, Bulambuli, Buyende, Iganga, Kamule, Mayuge, Soroti, Amuria, Kwen, Butaleja, Namutamba, and Sirango.
At the moment, we have been able to profile as Nile Red close to 300,000 farmers in all our project districts, all of whom have benefited from our trainings on best practices for agronomy, which they are practicing. It is our hope, and it's also the hope of the farmers, that in the end, as they apply all these practices, which we already witnessed in the fields, that they will be able to increase their yields, say from 4, 5, 6, 8 bags that they were getting before to actually 20 or 30 bags. This is after they've applied the inputs that we provided to them with funding from the African Development Bank and the Ministry of Agriculture.
We are working well with Nile Red. We are implementing together with them, because whatever activity is done, we are involved and we know what they are doing. They also work hand in hand with the extension officers at the grassroots level, that is sub-county level. And the farmers have really appreciated this project because this season, the first season, it is the project which has really helped farmers to access quality maize seed and then the other inputs. So we thank our Minister of Agriculture in conjunction with Nile Red for the work which is being carried out in the field. And right now, the maize is doing well in the field because of the support of the improved seed and the fertilizer. So I'm sure, and the farmers are really appreciative, and I'm sure come next season, we shall have more beneficiaries.
To mobilize Farmers Group, an institution with over 12,488 groups, of the 294, 318 farmers, develop farmers' capacity, provide technical extension services, promote farming as a business, and post-harvest handling.
The time they gave us seed, they also train us how to plant the seed, how to use the fertilizer, and we are getting a lot from them. Yes, we are getting at least information, good information from those people because they didn't give us seed without training us.
We were badly off. But right now, we are okay. Even other farmers, they are now able to pay their children in schools. For me, myself now, I'm paying graduates. There are 2 children which they have already entered universities. One is doing environmental sciences. Another one is a girl. She's going for degree in animal medicine. So which means we are getting money. We are now okay. We can pay school fees. We can take our children to hospitals when they are sick. Huh? And poverty itself, we can now manage poverty.
Output has been very, very good, because out of the 20 kilograms, we didn't weigh what we got. We got 2 full sacks, and we guess it was more than 400 kilograms. So that was a great yield for us. And the members are now expecting better yield, because that time it was a bit dry. So this time we didn't plant in our first season, because we knew we were slightly late. I think the seeds also came a bit late, and then I was also unwell and so on, so we were quite disorganized. But now we have received the seeds and the fertilizers, and we are preparing the gardens now, so that the second season would be, we would start planting and weeding and so on. So I'm very, very happy that this organization came.
Call to what Nile Red has done and still continues to do are promote local seed businesses and technology demonstrations, gather and provides market information, and forms commercial and productive partnership. Nile Red also create linkages for the farmers group to financial insurance service providers. All 12,448 groups are linked to financial services and insurance providers. Promote the village agent model for both maize and rice. Promotes village savings and loan schemes. Maintain a database of all maize and rice value chain actors, mainstreaming and integrating cross-cutting issues. Furthermore, provide the project beneficiary of the seed capital scheme with crop insurance, producing off-takers contracts, tractor services over and above tailor agronomy training with an emphasis on financial literacy and bookkeeping, post-harvest handling to minimize losses, climate-smart modern farming techniques aim at fostering sustainable, high-yielding productivity aligned with environment conservation. This capacity building is also extended to district local government production staff from district to sub-county level.
We recommend the government to give more support using the same model, because I can say that this model has helped change a lot the mindset of the farmers. Initially, the farmers, whenever they would get a company that is working closely with the government, they had that mindset that every input that includes government is for free. And having that mindset didn't help them, because they were not utilizing them as they are supposed to be utilizing. They would instead misuse the inputs and they would not see the benefits. But when we came in with the trainings, giving of inputs, and on top of that, guaranteeing premium market, they know that when they harvest, they already have ready market where to sell these products. We are seeing a lot of more hard working in the fields and with the ground farmers.
If I might add, for example, right now we have over 1,600 village agents who we are in phases giving bicycles to help them be mobile, and each is allocated about 200 to 300 farmers, but they are paid on as a service fee. When we are getting the seed loan, seed capital back, they are paid a percentage, 2 to 3% of what they help us collect. So if one is dealing with 200 to 300 farmers and maybe an acreage of 300 to 500 acres, the percentage of whatever produce is got from there goes to the village agent. and they earn more from that than from, say, an allowance of 50,000 per week that they get for the movement to register and monitor the gardens. So the feedback initially was of dependency, but right now they understand and it's straight. We provide some inputs, we provide services of agronomy. They have to do the teeding, the farming, the assistance on post-harvest handling, and the more the harvest, the higher the earnings. So they are understanding that, and it's becoming more encouraging for us who are in it. So it's a business basically.
Nile Raid, improving and changing lives of farmers in Uganda.